Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at noon.
We begin with breaking news. One man is facing DUI and manslaughter charges after a fatal accident in North Fargo. It happened Saturday morning when officers responded to a crash in the 700 block of 14th Street North. A motorcycle driven by 22-year-old Pierce James VN was eastbound on 8th Avenue North and was struck at 14th Street North by a car driven by Henry Kohler. Witnesses indicated Kohler's car was traveling at a high rate of speed and ran the stop sign before striking the motorcycle. VN died at the scene. Passenger 25-year-old Wayne Zealy was taken to a local hospital where he died from his injuries. Speed and alcohol were factors in this crash. Kohler was arrested for DUI and 2 counts of manslaughter. Authorities are now releasing the names following an officer-involved shooting in Grafton, North Dakota. It happened Friday when police were trying to apprehend a man who had an outstanding federal warrant. Police say 37-year-old Ruben J. Cruz fled on foot. Police say while Cruz was running away, he fired several rounds at law enforcement, hitting Officer Lucas Campaverde in the chest, and Officer Casey Jones returned fire and struck Cruz. Officer Campaverde and Ruben Cruz were both taken to the hospital. Officer Campaverde was listed as stable. The condition of Cruz is unknown. Well, weather feeling much better than it did over the weekend. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good afternoon. I think this photo behind me here sums up just how we're feeling about the weather right now. This is Duke out for a cruise recently, either yesterday or maybe even this morning. We've had some sunshine. There's a little bit of cloud cover in the photo, but he's out on a country road just enjoying the beautiful weather, and I hope you guys got a chance to enjoy it this weekend. If not, we still have chances at beautiful weather and a nice day this afternoon outside. Here's a look at our conditions right now. Nice and blue and skies and clear conditions throughout the valley. We're looking at Fargo, 74 degrees. It's 74 in Grand Forks. Beautiful weather and comfortable weather. It's still 68 in Bemidji, so a little cool there. And Jamestown's at 76. Radar and satellite map looking fantastic. And as we head into the afternoon, here's a look at our temperatures. We're going to be seeing those numbers rise. You can see we're warmer to the eastern part of North Dakota than we are into northwestern Minnesota. And it's going to be like that today. And I would say for the next couple of days, a little warmer west, a little cooler east, but all of us getting to enjoy dry weather to help get rid of all that water we just had to endure last week. And we'll let you know how long this is going to last coming up in your forecast.
Sounds pretty good. Thanks again, Lisa. Schools across North Dakota and Minnesota requiring students and staff to wear face coverings for this upcoming fall semester. The CDC is explaining the reasons and providing tips for its usage. These face coverings are required to prevent and even slow down the spread of COVID-19. This is backed with social distancing, washing hands, and regular cleaning, which has already been adapted into these school protocols. Teachers and staff do need to factor in those kids who will have challenges with masks, including those that are deaf and hard of hearing, young students learning to read, students learning English as a second language, and those with disabilities. These provide reasons for those students to wear clear face coverings. These face masks must completely cover the nose and mouth. Students need to never swap these face masks with anyone. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 numbers. In Minnesota, the Department of Health is reporting another 567 confirmed cases of COVID-19, along with 6 new deaths linked to the illness. In total, 1,712 deaths have been attributed to the disease, while over 58,000 people are listed as recovered. In North Dakota, there are 60 new cases and 1 new death. The death toll now sits at 126, and the active case count is up to 1,178. There are rising tensions in the political fight over the U.S. Postal Service and efforts to ensure a fair and safe election during the pandemic. U.S. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy's home was the target of protesters over the weekend, who accused him of undermining the service in order to suppress votes. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is calling lawmakers back from vacation to vote on a bill to stop any more changes to the service before the election. Louis DeJoy is a GOP mega donor and an ally of President Trump. In a letter to postal workers, he insisted the Postal Service would maintain public trust during the election season. Paula Reed is at the White House.
Democrats allege Postmaster General Louis DeJoy, a Trump donor, is trying to sow dysfunction in the mail system to help President Trump win re-election.
I'm demanding that the Senate hold hearings and call Mr. DeJoy and the head of the Postal Commission before them this week.
Speaking to reporters at his Bedminster Golf Club this weekend, President Trump defended DeJoy with a familiar phrase.
He wants to make the post office great again.
But in July, the U.S. Postal Service warned all 50 states and Washington, D.C. that thousands of votes may not be counted because mail-in ballots might not be processed fast enough for November's election. A memo obtained by CBS News reveals the Postal Service is in the process of removing 671 mail sorting machines nationwide. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows insists the removals will stop until November.
There's no sorting machines that are going offline between now and the election.
In a statement Sunday, the Postal Service said it would postpone moving mail collection boxes for a period of 90 days while we evaluate our customers' concerns, though it said their removal is routine and related to declining mail volumes. In New Jersey, every registered voter will receive mail-in ballots under an executive order signed by Governor Phil Murphy.
We're giving people the option to deliver their ballot in a secure box or in person.
President Trump is ramping up his campaign schedule this week with scheduled stops in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Arizona, and even Joe Biden's hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania. The president will visit there on Thursday, the same day the former vice president formally accepts the Democratic nomination for president. Paula Reed, CBS News, the White House.
Several counties across the country, including California and Colorado, are experimenting with a tracking system, a barcode essentially where you could track your ballot like you would an Amazon package, but also pay attention to your signature to verify your ballot. And the 2020 Democratic National Convention kicks off today. This year's convention will be mostly virtual because of the coronavirus pandemic. While some of the speeches will be taped, most of the biggest ones will be live. Today's primetime speakers will include New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, and former First Lady Michelle Obama. The convention runs through August 20th. Well, coming up at noon, see what researchers are saying about a new COVID test and whether feeling pretty nice today. Weather up next to plan your day.